Some of you are going to laugh at me, but some of you are going to listen to me. Which one are you? What is up, guys? Dan from the Madden YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to be bringing back the end around. Yeah, the end around. This is a run scheme that is designed to take advantage of over-aggressive defenses. You see this all the time in the NFL. And the reason that teams will use this is maybe they've used a run scheme that has established a solid run game, or maybe their opponent is just in general over-aggressive, and you need to use something that can maybe keep them a little bit honest. Now, this is really apropos in Madden 23 because this is arguably the most aggressive Madden we have ever seen from a zero blitz standpoint. So what we're going to be breaking down here is the single back bunch end around lead. Now, there are other types of end arounds in this particular formation. You might take note of the pitch wide receiver reverse. There's a time and a place for this call as well. We're not going to touch on this one too much just because I find it to be far less consistent than the end around lead. What we're going to be doing here with this is basically taking advantage of the nickel over meta. Now, a lot of the content I've done so far this year on the YouTube channel has been to attack dollar. And I've actually, in the Gridiron Vault over on gridirongameplans.gg, just uploaded a new vault update that completely glitches out that dollar meta. I take a look at 2 under center formations as well as 2 shotgun formations that absolutely positively wreak havoc on that spinner meta. So if you guys struggle with that, go look in the vault. It's in the October section of the vault. You get October, September, August vault tips, up over 60 vault tips, plus our 5 full offensive and defensive game plans, and Discord access where we do lab sessions every Wednesday for just $9.95 a month. And that also includes everything else that I continue to upload on the website while your subscription is active. So check it out. We got a great community, but let's go ahead and talk about the end around lead here. So with this particular play, this is something that you ought to look at against the nickel over meta. And in general, just kind of breaking this down for you, the misdirection game, whether it be a counter or a blatant misdirection or a belly, or in this case, the end around, is effective in the event that your blocks are set up. You have to look for the right type of scheme. Now, what we're going to do here is kind of break down why this play should probably be run with your bunch to the short side of the field rather than the wide side. And that's simply because of spacing. Now, most players that run this defense, they will come down and they will try to guarantee pressure by standing over the center with their user. This causes the offensive line to slide inside to try to pick up the user, the 2 defensive tackles, and the 2 stacked linebackers behind those respective defensive tackles. This invites the edge pressure to come in. But what it also does is it makes the user easily blockable. And this is the key to really any run scheme, is you need to know how to make sure that the user is blocked, and you want to provide that element of where's the ball actually going. And this does both very, very well, as do counters for the record. So what we're going to do here is kind of show you that we're just going to be utilizing this block by our tight end as a lead man for our end around player. So when we snap this ball, you see here that we give up this handoff and we're off to the outside. Now right there, you saw that the AI was able to kind of sniff this out. But here's the honest truth. Most players, when they see this particular style of play, they are going to assume that this is a slash or an inside zone style run, because there is an actual inside zone in this, and they're really not expecting the end around because we haven't seen it for the last 10 years. So you're more than likely going to see the user kind of stay home in the middle on this. You know, if it's an AI player, okay, maybe, you know, if they click off of this guy and just leave him right here, yeah, sure, the AI player might make the play. But the truth is the user is this player. And that's the player who was really the nearest guy there on the play. More often than not, it's going to look like this. So you snap this ball, you give up the end around, and you see that there's nobody out there. And really all you need is a block from your outside receiver. So if you guys are trying to scheme this up, one thing that I would definitely recommend is having a higher run block player as your split end in this formation. That will make this so that when you go to run this play, he actually can do a much better job holding onto that block. But again, you see here that if you could just get basically to the outside in that one block, this could be a house call for you. It's a clear path to the sideline with this particular style run. Now, this is great because this is also a really, really good run that players will give up the compliment when they go to dollar. So let's say that they say, okay, I don't like this end around. I want to go to maybe dollar spinner, for instance. And we noticed that you can run either the inside zone split, which basically looks the same as the end around. If you were to take a look right here, notice how this is a right-sided handoff with the tight end sliding under the formation. And when we take a look here at the inside zone split, this is an inside run with the running back with the tight end sliding under the formation. You could call either that run, or you could go ahead and call this slash fake end around, which is kind of a mimic of this. Now, the downside to that is it's a little bit more slowly developing handoff. Doesn't mean you can't run it though. Now, the thing is with this run, I would probably still keep the bunch to the short side of the field, because this is one of those runs where if you get the blocks to kind of set up nice for you, you're actually going to be able to cut this back in a lot of cases. So a lot of players will set up their spinner defense and kind of lurk on this user, man up the tight end, and then just let those corners kind of come in. You can actually run this as like a inside style handoff, and you see what it does to the dollar meta pretty well. Now that run is a little bit more downhill, but I will tell you straight up that if you do go with the inside zone split, it will give you ample opportunity for you to bend this back in certain cases. So if I show you right here, you basically just follow your tight end to where the grass is. He'll kick the blitzing corner out, allow you to cut this back and pick up big yardage. You're one juke move on a safety away from a big play with this. So whether they're sitting in dollar, you've got kind of this little inside zone end around fake type of scheme that you can run, or if they want to come out and mug the gaps in the nickel over, you're going to be able to run the end around out of this. Now, the whole reason that I am breaking down a video like this, I understand that this is the single back bunch. My offense is the single back bunch X nasty, and we have a lot of similar passing concepts that you can apply into this formation, even though it's not the exact same scheme on gridiron game plans. PA boot slide, definitely one of my favorite plays in the game. You take a look at a lot of the stuff. You got a stock angle route. You have to have a tight end apprentice to put a tight end on an angle route. And you also factor in that you also have to motion this slot player now. So having a stock angle route is great for beating man. You've actually got a dedicated counter. The ability to run a counter is super great. Basically, bunch offenses in general this year are great. Single back bunch is really good. It's very under the radar. A lot of players feel uncomfortable because it is under center in a blitz heavy game, but this has got a lot of tools at your disposal to be able to attack the heavy blitz meta, whether they're in nickel over or they're in the dollar. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you guys did, make sure you guys give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or complaints, drop those below. If you guys want to help the video out, just drop an emoji below. Helps with the engagement, helps the algorithm push this out to other Madden players just like you looking for Madden tips, tutorial content. Really appreciate all the support. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Until then, this is Zan. Get in the lab and good luck.